Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today we have an ARG to cover, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I always find ARG sometimes, these little rabbit hole type videos, rabbit hole type websites, and I never really get to the full extent of them because obviously pre-recording something is where I sit down, do it alone, and spend a couple hours, and I don't have anybody else to really help me out. It's just me, and that's about it. But when I live stream, it becomes a group effort, ladies and gentlemen. So, last week, I think around Friday, if I'm not mistaken, I did a Deep Web live stream where I actually went on the Deep Web Live. We went through the process of making a virtual emulator on Fedora, which didn't really work all that well. Thank you very much. We looked at a bunch of websites. Some of them you actually saw in Sunday's Deep Web episode. But one thing that we did that night was actually pretty amazing. We had a stream attendance of about 2,300-ish so people show up, rather late in the evening, and it was pretty sweet to see that it actually ended up being a some ordinary gamer's hive mind. All right, we were a group of NSA cryptologists, some wacky people exploring this arc to the very end. Now, the following video that I cut down basically was about 2 hours long. So this is about 2 hours of exploration. I've condensed it down to about 10, 11 minutes with some snippets in between showing some actual investigations between hand. But basically, the site that we're covering today is a UFO website, one that plays a lot of UFO relevant audio clips in the background, one that just goes through crop circle imagery. And we wanted to cover it because a lot of it, I've seen this website a bunch of times, whether it was a bunch of episodes before, I always left to cut out. Maybe I think I included it, I don't remember. But this website I have seen before from time to time. So when we were on the live format, I figured, why not try and figure out together? And lo and behold, I will say one thing. My community is the fucking amazing group of people ever. We actually ended up taking this to the very end, in our opinion. So the website that we have in question over here is Crop Circles, UFO Circles, whatever you want to call it. It is a rabbit hole website where essentially to progress you have to look at each crop circle, you have to listen to the audio tapes, and then you have to view the page source to look at the hidden source code within it that'll actually lead you to the next website.
Yes, sir, it is.
Hello there. I am the doctor. Are you well?
Yes, I'm fine.
That's very good. Listen, you have detected artificial signals being transmitted from the surface of Mars, hmm?
Let me transfer you to our newsroom, and they'll be able to help you with that information, sir, okay?
Very well.
Thanks. NASA Newsroom, this is Kylie.
Hello, is that NASA?
Yes, Johnson Space Center.
The National Aeronautical and Space Administration.
Yes, sir.
Hello, I am the doctor. You have detected artificial signals being transmitted from the surface of Mars, hmm?
The correct public affairs official is...
So the first one over here is like the set of addition or whatever you can say, these multiplication tables, but this is basically figuring out a rule of addition or whatnot. We actually ended up doing it, and basically, in order to get to the rest, you have to take the actual URL of the Onion site and just add slash, number.html to it. Pretty simple. The first step is always going to be pretty simple to figure out. This is step number 1, though. But we apparently have a fucking rabbit hole over here. So over here, if you can look at it, this is crop circles. This is alien.jpg, background size. You've got index.og, audio.og. You've got 2 plus 3 equals 8. You've got 3 plus 7 equals 27. And then you got like something in HTML. So wait, hold on. If I go back over here, 98, somebody says? 98, hold on. Oh shit! Boys, you figured it out. Hold on. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Let me make sure my ears don't get ear raped. Everything times 6. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I love you bastards. We are smart. Alright, here we go. Reload the tab. Unmute. So now we've got this image with like something being given to us. This is the audio we're hearing. What the fuck? This is odd, man. Alright, hold on. Okay, alright. Alright, let's go to page source for this. Mute that up. So after that, it's uriczr.html. You see that? This is Kabbalah. So let's go to uriczr.html. You see that right over here? Now you got to put that at the end. Oh fuck, there's 6 pages to find. This knocks up the next one. What? What? Oh no. No, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. You see that? No, you bastards. Now, this was rather interesting. This one is URYCZR. And this was rather impressive to me because this one I couldn't really figure out on my own end, but somebody about, I think an hour later into the stream when we started looking at other websites, because it was after that first website, that first, thing that we solved, we went to the next one, we couldn't really figure it out, so we just looked at other websites. Somebody halfway in said this is what the actual thing is. And it ended up being, if I'm not mistaken, it ended up being helpme.html, which I don't know how they went from that URCYZR, whatever you want to call it, to help me. That was a rather interesting conversion, I guess you could say. Look at this! Dude, what the fuck? You guys are investigators!
Diagnosed with bone cancer and told that I have 5 months left to live.
Maxwell Silverhammer, you bastard. 100,
weight
just so you know how this vid is live on
from
YouTube.
My human brothers
Oh
and
shit.
sisters on my mind.
Oh shit,
So I'll
100
tell you what
dolans
I
to
know.
tell people the link? God
And
damn.
you
Thanks,
some
man.
images and
Shit.
some video that, well, if nothing else, help you understand the width and breadth of an incredible.
This is what it is, guys. Guys. Any mathematicians in here? Let's figure this shit out. It's slope-intercept form. What the fuck? Guys, we might actually see all the pages today. We might be the first groups of people to uncover this ARG. Oh fuck, hold on. So wait a minute. We might be the first fucking people. Holy shit. AX and AY. Hold on. Copy that. Let's figure this shit out, alright? Distributive properties. Hold on. Distributivity? So now we're moving on to page number 3. All right, this is the third page to find. This one is pretty simple. This is which property is used to write bracket x plus y bracket equals ax plus ay. Distributive property, we figured it out. We entered it in HTML. So this led us to the third page to find. Hear that? Wait, listen
Miss
to it.
Cristoforetti, who cried out, my God, was quickly reprimanded by a fellow astronaut, who told her to remain calm, 3 times. It has been reported that she described what she saw as being almost alien, adding to theories that what she actually witnessed was a UFO. She later stated on her blog that she was overcome with emotion when she saw the International Space Station's solar panels bathed in a bright orange light. However, a few minutes prior, a possible UFO was recorded during the docking procedure.
The fuck are we listening to? Okay. Okay, guys, fuck it. This is on its own separate upload. This is gonna be like one of the uploads through the week. Only if we figure out the whole fucking thing together. This would make us up to what, 3 or 4 pages we found. Okay, hold the fuck up. This is getting fun. That's actually getting creepypasta territory. So now we've got this. So planets.og, but now we've got this segment of it. So 9DFFA. Is this hexa? This might be hexadecimal. Hold on. No, that's not going to give us anything. Okay, so we've got that number to really focus on. This one right over here. No, it's not. No, wait a minute. Then this was another one of those cryptic things to figure out too. This one was just, I guess you could say, a MAC address that we ended up finding out. or something of the sort. I ended up throwing it into like postal tracking numbers of all things. But this was a string of hexadecimal numbering given to us, and basically somebody actually, I think, reverse MAC addressed this or looked up something, and basically came out to the conclusion that the answer was HGSHIGE something something .html. How we got there was a lot of rather interesting. I think maybe they converted it to decimal, and then at the end of the day converted that decimal string into actual characters, which would be a bit of a stretch, but it ended up leading us to the actual, actual answer that we ended up wanting to find, or rather, actually, not that. It first started out as that in the actual investigation, and then we figured out it was Roswell.html, and obviously figuring out that Roswell, the crash is very similar to the, to the whole Roswell incident. What we're seeing over here, just because of the audio snippets, made a little bit of sense. It is Roswell. You spelled it wrong. All right. Okay. No, see that? Right, Roswell. Hold on. Wait a minute. The fuck is this? Cicada 3301? Jesus. Oh my god! Boy, you bastards, how did you get that? How did you fuckers figure that out? Oh my god! You hive mind bastards!
The right stuff. But there is another side.
MD5 checksum you guys got that figured out.
For years he would only discuss with close friends, until now. It involves his personal encounters with UFOs. For him, it began in 1951 while flying in Europe for the U.S. Air Force. There, Cooper and other pilots witnessed an incident that has never been officially explained. A vast armada of UFOs flying in formation at extremely high altitudes. Recently, Yolanda Gaskin spoke with Gordon Cooper. In this exclusive interview, Colonel Cooper spoke for the first time on television about his encounters with UFOs.
I read about this incident you had in 1951.
What the fuck?
The right stuff. But there is another side to Cooper's lifetime.
Unless some of us are NSA cryptologists.
With close friends.
What is this? What is this? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something new.
For him, it began in 1951 while flying in Europe for the U.S. Air Force. There, Cooper and other pilots witnessed an incident that has never been officially explained. A vast armada of UFOs
they are
flying
so
in
trolling
formation
us
at
right now.
extremely high
It's an alien language. Can I copy paste? Now, at this point, the website leads us to something called decode.jpg, a file within it that actually uses something called a Pigpen cipher, which we all figured out, together. And basically, it was converting a URL, which was put in the Pigpen cipher, into actual, HTML or into an actual web address that we could have typed in. So, obviously, you can see in the first letters of it, it's http:// and the last of it is HTML. Just looking at those two front of it, you can actually see where the cipher begins. And from that, we ended up figuring out it was HTML, was the onion site. There was number 5 in there at some point, and then to figure that out, we actually would reach the, I guess you could say, final page, and that was what we were really trying to uncover. So let's see what that's all about. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Flower of Life. Now there is a bunch of other stuff that we tried doing. We went into Photoshop and actually tried to invert the image or increase contrast, brightness, change levels out a little bit, but nothing else was really figured out of it. What seems like the UFO, crop circles, it actually led into some of the sacred geometry that we were looking at. It ended up going from the crop circles, which had a part of sacred geometry, and then it ended up going to this page, which was, not much to go off on. We ended up looking around. We found this person on Galaxy 2, which was a deep web social media network, and then we looked at it. We reverse image searched it on Google, and ultimately, at the end of the day, we ended the search because we had already spent about 2 hours on this, so it was time to call it a night, and that was about it. But we reached a page called we reached it, done.html, and in all respects, we were finally finished with the project. It was it. That was how we figured out an arc together, ladies and gentlemen. So I know the video might have been a little disjointed. We did a lot of stuff, but frankly, this is something that happened out of a spur of the moment. I didn't plan this video, but my God, I'm glad I did do this deep web ARG investigation. And I think one thing that's to note is because a lot of people really did enjoy this, and I hope a lot of people enjoyed this video too, we might actually cover a lot more deep web ARGs in the entirety of this channel too. You know, it might be interesting to go into this in a live stream format and then sort of cut it up together in a format like this where it's more condensable in video. That being said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. If you're being probed by aliens, let us know in the comment section below. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.